Okay, so on the work together, it says, number one, we're going to calculate the value of preferred stock. Number two, we're going to calculate the amount of dividends for the current year to be paid to preferred and common shareholders. Number three, we're going to journalize the entry to record the declaration of a dividend. And number four, we're going to journalize the entry to record the payment of the dividend. Okay. So the first thing that we have to do, number one, is we have to figure out the value of the preferred stock. How do we figure out the value of the preferred stock? Good, it's just the shares times the par value. So when we look in the directions of the work together, it says that we have 2,000 shares, and it says the par value of those shares is $100. How much is that then? 200,000. Okay, then we have to figure out the preferred stock dividend. Okay, so how do we figure out the preferred stock dividend?
You multiply 200,000 times your rate.
Okay, so we're going to take the amount of preferred stock that we have, that value of preferred stock, which is 200,000. And then we need to multiply it times that rate. And that rate is also listed. It says 2,000 shares of 6%. Okay, so that is our rate, 6%. Okay, what is that? For real? What is 6 times 2? So how much is this? Come on. Andrew, help him out. Okay, well, thank you. Not 1,200, but... Okay, so our preferred stock dividend is going to be $12,000. Now we have to figure out what our common stock dividend is going to be. How do we figure out our common stock dividend? Good. How much did we declare? I think I just spit on the paper. Dang it. Nope, you don't. They just showed you how to use that percentage or how to find that percentage. Okay, so the common stock dividend, the first number that we need is how much we declared. So when we look back in the directions, it says that we declared $60,000 for our annual dividend. So we're going to take that $60,000 minus our preferred stock, which was $12,000, and that gives us $48,000. So that means $48,000 of that $60,000 is going to be for common stock. Okay. Okay, so now for number 2, we need to, or number 3, we're going to journalize the entry to record the declaration. So this is just declaring the stock. Are we paying the stock? No, we're just declaring that we're going to pay this much out in stock. So what is our date?
January 10th.
And where did, oh, it does tell us in the directions, January 10th. Okay, and our document number? Okay, so what accounts are going to be affected here? Dividends payable. Good. Dividends common and dividends preferred. So I'm going to do dividends preferred first.
Why not do the matter?
I'll do dividends common then. It doesn't matter. How much dividends common are we declaring? 48,000. We got that number from up here. Okay, then we're going to have our dividends preferred. And how much preferred are we going to declare? 12,000. Again, we're going to get that number that we figured out earlier. 12,000. So how much total dividends? 60,000 is going to be our dividends payable. Do debits equal credits? Yes. Okay, turn over the page then to page 8. And page 8, then we're going to actually pay our dividends. Okay, so page 6, declaring, saying this is how much we're going to pay our stockholders. Now we're actually going to pay our stockholders. Okay, so how much are we paying our stockholders? 60,000. So I'm just going to write that in as my cash credit. 60,000. What is my date? January 30th. And what is the account that I'm going to debit here? And why are we debiting dividends payable here? Good. On this transaction, this is a liability. So I'm saying I owe my stockholders. I need to pay them $60,000. I owe them that money. Then on this transaction, I'm saying that I paid, so now I'm going to debit it, and it brings that back down to 0. What was my check number? Oops. Okay, so that is the end of the work together. So you guys can work on the 11-2 application and also the 11-3 application. And 11-4 application. And then we're done. So then you guys can do the mastery and study guide. Okay?